Hi, Shellbower here, Independent Stampin Up demonstrator. Nice to be back, and I'd like to thank you all for your cards and your well wishes while I've been away with my carpal tunnel surgery. It's not perfect yet, but I can craft a bit now. While I've been unable to craft, I've trawled Pinterest and YouTube, and I found some very interesting things, and this one I would like to share with you. So this is what I want to share with you. I found this, I believe it was Songs of My Heart Stampers, and she called it a squash fold card. She used the watercolour wings, and so I buy for this one, though it is different to hers. So this is the front of the card, this is the back of my card, and if you just undo it carefully, I do it slowly, it all comes like that, and when you pop it back together you just pop it like that and you would tie it together. That's my first version. So this is my version of the card. This is the front of my card, and as you can see I've used a daisy punch and the stitched shaped framelits, and then on the back just a piece of designer series paper, and if I open it up, this time I've stuck my ribbon underneath my designer series paper. We have the daisy punch again, and I've used the dragonfly dreams to create my dragonflies, and just be careful when you're folding it back together so you don't squash them. I'm just going to pop this to one side, and I'm going to explain my pieces to you. Because of my hand I've had to pre-stamp and die cut my materials. So I've got 3 pieces of designer series paper for the card. I've already stamped my sentiment sheet that I want in my card. I've done stamped and die cut my 2 dragonflies. I've stamped and punched my 4 daisies, and this time, because I've used the faceted gems, it's not folding flat, so I'm going to use the middle of the daisy stamp so that it will fold flat this time, and I used the 1/2 inch circle punch to do that. And then my stitch shaped ovals for my sentiment to build that up, and for the dragonfly I just used the dragonfly detail framelit to die cut him out after I'd used this stamp. So this stamp and this die, our daisy with our daisy punch, and our little stamp here with the 1/2 inch circle punch for the middle of it. And then for the stitch shaped ovals you need the first and the second one for those. So that's all my materials, apart from, sorry, I forgot our 2 pieces of ribbon. So now I'll show you how to make the card. So first of all we need a piece of 12 by 12, and we're going to cut this to 8.5 by 8.5. I just need to explain that I've already cut and scored mine due to my hand, but I'm going to show you how to do it. So we bring our scoreboard in after we've cut our piece of paper, and you would just score at 4 1/4 down, turn your piece of paper 4 1/4 and score down. Now some of you may still have the diagonal plate, and if you have, you just pop this in and you would score from the corner straight down to the corner. But don't fit, if you haven't got it, what you can do is, if you get a ruler and from corner to corner, and you can use a stylus or a bone folder, and just score yourself a line across. So you've got all your lines, and what we need to do next is, this is going to be our top piece, and you fold it in, and it needs to come in like a box, point to point, and then you would burnish, so we get that crease. Then you'd open that back up, and then on this bottom one the same thing, you'd have to give it a squeeze, and then I'll turn it round, bring it down the same way as before, and burnish. And once you've done that, you get both your triangles, and you just bring them down to make sure that your card holds flat. And now we're going to assemble it. So this is going to be the front of our card. So what we're going to do is take a piece of our DSP, and as you can see there's an extra strip here, and this is just where I pop my ribbon, and then we'll take, no work, long fingernail, brilliant. Won't last long once we go back, I'm sure. And what I would do is pick this up now, and I'm going to bring it in, and we're just going to line it up on our square. So that's our front piece. And what we're going to do next is, that's our front, so this bit's going to be the back. So we're going to fold it together, and we're going to do the same thing again. So get a piece of ribbon there. We'll take our tear tape off. And then we're going to bring that in. Line it up so we've got a nice edge all the way around. So then we've got our nice little tie piece. So now we're going to open our card. This is going to be our top piece. So we need our other piece of DSP. I'll just tear tape off again. I quite like this designer series paper on the back here. And we're just going to line that up in our square and pop that there. Our sentiment's going down here. I say sentiment, it's our little inner greeting. Right, we're going to then line this up, pop that down. Now for our dragonflies, all I've done is I've put a small piece of tear tape on the middle piece here, and what I do before I take that off, if you line your dragonfly up with the line and you just give them a bend, just bend them, and then when you take it off, and you line him up again, you just carefully bend him so it doesn't damage it. I'm going to do the same down here. I'm just going to line him up with the line, give it a gentle bend, just so that we don't damage it when we're popping it together. And then for our daisy, we'll do the daisy inside first. I've just put a piece of tear tape on my bottom one. I've got a dimensional on this one, and what we're going to do now is line them up. We'll just get these two and we just need to do it so that we've got a nice, there's no gap there, so that's nicely done. And then, as I said, we're going to try this with the flat one, so just the middle with a bit of tear tape. Quite fiddly this bit. Pop that in there. So there's our finished daisy. And again, a piece of tear tape on the back. And I'm just going to pop that in the middle there. And I'm going to fold my card up, and if you watch it as you fold, just to make sure everybody folds in nicely. And we'll tie this piece up. Over here. I can't do bows. I really can't do bows. And then I'm going to do my daisy again. I'll just stick this one again. And like I said, we'll just bring it in. Put the petal between the petals, like so. A little middle bit in the middle. I'm just going to have a look where that one goes at the moment. And then for my greeting, I've just stuck double-sided tape on the bottom piece and a couple of dimensionals on the actual sentiment. And we'll stick those together. Just in the middle there, like so. Take the tape off there, and I'm going to stick this down first. It's on the bottom there. And then I'm going to take there and pop that on there. And there we have our finished card. I hope you've enjoyed my tutorial today. If you like details of the products and all the details of making the card, then I will post those on my blog at www.stampin.co.uk. I will also post these on my Facebook page, which is Shell's Craft Corner. And if you could click the like button and the subscribe button to see further tutorials of mine. Now you need to click the little bell that's next to the subscribe button so that you get all my tutorials in future. Bye bye. Are you still here? Go and do some crafting.